Hi, 143 fam. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. For the month of May, I'm going to be giving away 3 free readings. 2 winners will be chosen via YouTube. 1 winner will be chosen via Instagram. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected to the messages. Also, let me know that you have subscribed. For Instagram, follow me, leave me a comment, interact, and I will alert winners by May 31st. It's important to check my comment back to you at the very end of the month because I will not be choosing winners prior to May 31st. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm so grateful for your support here on my channel. Now let's jump in to your May 1st horoscopes. Hi Taurus, this reading is for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 2019. I'm going to start with your general overview, then we'll jump into love. I will have timestamps down below. Taurus. General overview, May 2019. Happy birthday, Taurus. You guys excited? It's birthday season. A lot of blessed energy. It's fated during birthday season. This is going to be a good one for you. I hope you are already off to a great start. Taurus. Okay. Okay, Taurus. I'm feeling a hard stop. You were into this divine flow. Could be a new job. You were in talks with a new employer, a new company. This could also pertain to love. Everything was flowing. Everything was really high vibing. Everything was good. And then nothing. And you're like, seriously? Where'd you go? Taurus, don't get stuck in that place. I see you starting communication again, but let them do it. If it was love, especially if you're at the beginning stage of a relationship with somebody, someone got busy with work, something happened, that company, something went wrong, and the CEO needed, their team to fly out somewhere, and the message here, everything's still all good. That good energy that comes back, if you have to be patient for a few extra days, a few extra weeks, trust that hard stop is not a permanent hard stop, okay? You get that flow going again, but don't put too much fear, too much anxiety out there because it's been a little uncomfortable and you're just wondering what the hell happened. Make sure you're not blocking blessings. It's really important as you go into May. Hard stop. Don't get caught up. Trust in the universe. Trust that you are perfectly in alignment with all that is of your highest good. You receive it in divine timing and then let it go, okay? Someone's coming back. That's what it feels like. Someone's coming back. If you're dealing with a hard stop and that situation applies to you, they come back. All right. So let's get one more shuffle in. Taurus, let's get a little more clarity. Taurus in May. General overview. General overview. Yeah, I'm feeling like a deal too. Something had to do with a deal, and you're like, oh my God, I have my heart set on this. Taurus, it really does feel like it's going to come full circle, okay? Something got postponed, something got delayed, everything's still good. Go for it. Stay positive. Stay confident. If there is a change that you are considering making, for some of you, it is a new job. It's a new career move. For some of you, it's a physical move. For some of you, it's love. Go for it. Whatever that means for you, it really does feel more rooted in terms of career, a new job. This could be a new business of your own. But it also feels like a move. It feels like someone's physically moving. It's a very, very positive. Center of your reading, reward yourself. You've made a ton of progress. And here's the thing. People around you see how hard you're working. You will get credit for the hard work you're doing. There are people, what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling, there's somebody very high up, Taurus, that has their eye on you right now. So you may be a little concerned that communication came to... Again, this dead stop, I just keep hearing those words, dead stop. Somebody stopped talking to you. Somebody stopped communicating with you. It has nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not a lack of interest, okay? But what I am hearing, what I am feeling is that somebody has their eye on you in a really big way. It's very positive, but it's somebody very, very, very high up. This could be a very wealthy investor. This could be, I keep hearing CEO of a company, okay? You could be the CEO of a company, but you might be merging with somebody who's done it on a bigger platform. Somebody has their eye on you, your work ethic, your talents. They have their eye on your product. I just see you climbing up a ladder. Something comes full circle really, really quickly now. This could actually happen before the end of Taurus season, okay? So by the time your birthday has passed, expect some kind of breakthrough. You are being rewarded for this hard work. You are also being rewarded too for your courage to make changes. There was something that you were very unfulfilled with. And you may have had a very high paying job, and so the money kept you there because you're able to support yourself, your family, pay all these bills, the financial responsibility was all on you. And so great, financial stability was there, but you were deeply unhappy with the people you were working with. What you were doing really wasn't in alignment with your soul purpose. And now you move forward. For those of you who are in that process of moving forward and have the courage to step out and make those changes, you have rewards that are so big, you almost can't even anticipate how big this energy will be. Some of you, I'm telling you, the people who have their eye on you are people who could change your life overnight. I know that's a big message, and that's a big thing to say, but that's how the energy feels, Taurus. Some of you are moving to the water. You're relocating by water. It's so positive because it'll ground you more. You will feel healthier. Your body will feel healthier. It directly impacts your physical health. For others of you, I feel like you're dehydrated and you need to be drinking more water. Sometimes that comes up for Taurus, okay? I know I've said that to you before, but that really comes through. Are you not drinking enough water? You'll know if you're dehydrated. You may think that you have enough water in your diet and your day-to-day, but if you have caffeine, I think this is correct. You can correct me if not. But for each cup of coffee, it sets you back like 2 cups of water or something like that. So you may be like, well, I have 8 cups of water every day. I have 10 cups. I'm fine. But then if you drink 2 cups of coffee or you have caffeine in your diet, it still dehydrates your body, okay? Or a lot of sugars, or something's dehydrating you, you need more water, you need some cleansing too. I think honestly this ocean, in terms of cleansing, a seesaw bath really to ground these energies and these worries, get rid of that. Everything's very, very good. It's better than you realize right now, Taurus. Something is coming full circle. Why? Okay, something wasn't sitting right. You have the courage to go for it. You're launching something new. You're interviewing somewhere new. You have a new idea. You're bringing it to life. You're being rewarded because you accepted this process. You accepted your fate in this. You accept your soul purpose, okay? You've really come full circle with, I want to do something different with my life. I need the environment that I work in to feel better and healthier than what I've experienced in the past, okay? You get that. And it feels like you've come full circle with that acceptance. You're not really fighting the old so much anymore. That's why you have these rewards coming through. That's why the energy is out there. It's the work you're doing, but it's also this very positive energy that you have out there in the universe. You're calling people in. It's like your energy is like, hey, over here, pay attention to me. And so these very high level people are like very drawn to you right now. Reward yourself, center of your reading, okay? Clarify by daydream. Be manifesting at a very high level, but the main message that comes through this is to keep your thoughts very positive. That anxiety and that worry has definitely crept up on you. For those of you who feel like you're not getting the attention and the communication with somebody that you once had, everything is good. They're handling something and they're going to come back to you soon. You have to keep your thoughts high vibe and you have to trust in that process, because I'm telling you, if you don't, and this is a main message at the center of your reading, you will block blessings here. This is a big opportunity. Let this come full circle. Be patient. You can continue interviewing elsewhere just to make sure you have a plan B, see what else is out there. But it's really important to not have thoughts that are fear-based, actions that are fear-based right now, because you will block some blessings. But what I am being shown is that you are being rewarded for keeping your thoughts and your energy very high vibing. Okay? That's just a little bit of a warning, and it's good sometimes just to hear that. Especially because I'm feeling a little of that anxiety with you guys. You're good. This ocean card, this cleansing card. Honestly, for a lot of you, it's a move. Clarify by life purpose. If you're moving, that move puts you more in alignment with your life purpose. This cleansing and detaching from the old, moving past the past, has now put you in alignment with your life purpose. That's why these rewards can come through. That's why universe supports this. I want to hold up this card again. Yes, this is the green light to move forward with something new. But what this also is, the message here is that universe supports this. You're not making these changes alone. You have divine timing. You have divine protection. You have angels and spirit guides and so much divine love showing up to help you through this process of transition. That's why you have very high level people, very high level energy coming in, big opportunities here. Taurus, you know that you deserve this. You know that you work at this level. You should be making more money. You should have more recognition. You should be out there. Your new business, your new idea. For some of you, it's a new business and you're not working for somebody else. It's your business. It's your baby. It takes off in a bigger way now. I do feel like for those of you who run your own business, there's something about moving and there's something about water. So if you're thinking about moving to the water, it may be a better environment, a better city, a better town to have that business in. It just feels like it's more lucrative. Crowning your reading. Wow. Creative projects. Is that what this is? Is that what this life purpose is? Is that what you have the courage to bring through to completion, this creative project? Look, creative projects don't just have to be music or artwork or what we consider the creative arts. We create our lives through manifesting. Our thoughts create our lives. It's the energy, it's the conversations we have out there in the universe. Right now, you are creating your life and a beautiful outcome for yourself that is very much in alignment with your life purpose. The universe sees it, recognizes it, and that's why you're being rewarded. For those of you who do work in very creative fields, it does feel like that's why people have their eye on you. It does feel like you're out there more. It feels like people are really paying attention to you, your work. If you're on social media platforms, expect your numbers to rise, okay? Expect more people to connect to you. If you haven't launched this yet, but you're about to, this is very blessed timing. But this birthday season energy, it shows up and it heightens these blessings for sure, but you need to understand that as you transition out of this Taurus season, these blessings don't come to an end. You may feel that. That may be the fear is, well, once, Taurus season's over, all this blessed energy, because then it's not our birthdays anymore. That's not what this is. There's no real hard stop. There may be a little bit of a miscommunication, but this isn't really a hard stop. Nothing has ended. You're still in divine flow. You're good. Anything in the past that you're still holding on to, it's time to let it go. The job that didn't work out, the project that you launched, or the product that you launched that wasn't very successful, there's a learning curve in it. It taught you something so that you can launch whatever this new project is, whatever this new endeavor is. It helps you launch it on a bigger scale with more success and more wisdom. Find your peace this month. Find your peace early this month. For those of you who really are caught up on something in the past, there's some pain there, some anger there, some anxiety. That's where the cleansing comes in. Do your sea salt baths. It'll help. Opportunity to forgive is also speaking to those of you who still have some anxieties about whoever it is that stopped talking to you. It really is good. Do your sea salt baths. Keep those thoughts vibing really high and just move on. Everything resolves very positively for you, okay? I really am seeing a big commitment. Now, you may have to wait. You may wind up waiting an extra couple weeks. You may have been waiting an extra couple months. This could be a drawn out process for you, Taurus, something that's been in the works now for the past year, maybe even longer, okay? And you may have had little opportunities, but nothing that was really worth signing on to, and then all of a sudden you get this breakthrough. When that breakthrough comes through, I don't feel like you'll be choosing between too much. It'll be too big to consider other offers if there are other offers on the table, okay? It doesn't mean you have to settle. It doesn't mean that you can't still look to see if other people are interested, but it does feel like a bigger commitment, a bigger offer comes through, and it kind of trumps everything else. It's really beautiful, it's really blessed, and just intuitively you know that's the one. That feels like it's coming through for you in May, okay? Let's see how all this beautiful energy applies to Taurus in love. May 2019. Taurus and love. For those of you who are worried, especially a new partner, if you're dating somebody, they kind of dropped off for a minute. Are you guys okay? It feels like you're okay. It does feel like somebody got distracted, probably with work. And it's not to justify that. That's not the best behavior. If someone abruptly stops talking to you, you may want to reconsider whether or not they're going to be a stable and safe enough person to move forward with, but it does feel like you're here from them again. And it does feel like for some of you, you're not going to want to hold that against them. It really feels like a one-time deal, but you're going to have to communicate with them like, that's not behavior that I tolerate, okay? Taurus in love. Let's pull some cards for you, Taurus. Get a little more clarity. Taurus in love in May. Okay. There's a spiritual path, a spiritual awakening that you're going through, and it feels like you're calling in partners who are going through the same thing. You're evolving, you're calling in partners at a higher level, and so you have more meaningful connections. This is true for current relationships as well. There is this evolution, but it feels very rooted in a spiritual awakening, a spiritual understanding, and you guys are kind of going through that side by side. Heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, center of your reading. Some of you need to call partners out on behavior that isn't horrible but still isn't acceptable. Like, you can't just disappear on me because you got too busy with work. If you are the one who did that, expect somebody, Taurus, to be calling you out on it, and just make your peace with it, okay? They're not being judgy. If you are watching and Taurus is your partner and you're the one who kind of manifested this hard stop, no one's mad. They just need to know that you're a stable enough person to move forward with, because we've all had those experiences with those partners that come and go and come and go and come and go. When you've been through that more than a couple of times, it's just a huge turnoff. Taurus has evolved to a point, and you are continuing to evolve to the point where those kinds of relationships, those old karmas, people who aren't stable, who can't offer you commitment, when you recognize that and you see those patterns play out, when it's not just a one-time deal, okay? When it's truly a pattern, you're just over it. So some of those conversations are going to come up. Look, if that's where you're at and I don't allow that behavior, and I can do it with love, we can detach with love, but my core values, I need a stable partner. I show up as a stable partner for you. But I do feel like if you have those kinds of conversations, it feels like something gets resolved and you stay together, you get back together, okay? It does feel like for the majority of you, it's a one-time deal. And maybe that forgiveness would be really beneficial. Your card just flew so far. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. Okay, this is what it is. This is why I flew so far. We don't really want to talk about this, do we? We don't want to talk about this. Are we done talking about our separations? Is that why I could barely get my card? There are some separations. For some of you, it came very abrupt. And here's the thing. Some of these conversations you're going to be having, not just with the partner, you're going to be having this with yourself, okay? Your behavior, this lack of stability. I love you and I appreciate and see all of your good qualities, but something isn't stable enough for me here. Maybe we should just stay separated. For some of you, Taurus, somebody counts on you always taking them back. And some of you have gotten to the point where you're just like, I love you, but I love me more. No, I'm not doing that. I do feel like if it was a one-time deal, it's a first-time separation, there'll be a healthy, happy resolution here. But for those of you who are dealing with constant patterns and bad behaviors, and you know it's truly a pattern, I really see you moving past it. Like, you really, really peacefully have arrived to a place of, no, even if this is painful to get over, I have peace of heart, peace of mind. I require more stable, a higher level up than this. So no. And for those of you that are seeking resolution, that may be the peaceful resolution that you arrive at this month. Okay, religious factors, spiritual factors. It's being clarified by trust. For those of you in committed relationships and you are evolving side by side, there seems to be this spiritual awakening. Even in the conversations you're having, you're talking about manifestation, law of attraction, that kind of evolution. It's building more trust. You guys are doing it side by side. It's so beautiful to see that in your partner. They're a reflection of your own personal growth. This creates more depth. If there were trust issues, you move past them now. I will say for some of you, the separation has to do with trust issues, and it really just feels like someone comes and goes, and whoever the other partner is who's been dealing with that person coming and going and they're not so stable, you have trust issues now. Is this safe to be in? And for some of you, that bad behavior won't resolve. For some of you, will continue to deal with that partner coming and going, and you have to decide, is that an experience you want to continue having? For some of you, the hard stop is you. You just said, well, wow, okay. We have a couple cards that just popped here. We have two separation cards. We have separation, clarifying, another separation card. For some of you, you're the one who facilitated the hard stop. If you have done that, especially if you have a partner who hasn't been super stable, I see that you might be done. It feels like you might be done, okay? For others of you, you're going to talk about this, and your partner's really going to have this awakening like, I need to work on this. I can't be this unstable partner for you because I'm going to lose you next time. There won't be a next time. This is my last shot. And this could go both ways. This could definitely go both ways. But the beautiful thing is this. Center of your reading, heart-to-heart conversations, clarified by chemistry. Well, for some of you, it's just a new partner. You meet, there's a lot of chemistry, and you move on and resolve the separation. For others of you, there's intellectual chemistry. There's still this spiritual connection, even though you've had a separation, as long as you can be vulnerable and get to the point, you both can mutually resolve this issue. And that instability, that feels like the main issue for you guys. Is this unstable partner who comes and goes, okay? You resolve that. You get this, again, you get this depth. Like we were saying with the spiritual connection, there's a deeper level of trust. The chemistry still feels intact with this person, and so it may be very difficult to walk away. You may choose to stick it out because you know that there's still chemistry there. There are still real feelings there, and you give somebody a second shot. For the majority of you, if this really is like a first-time separation, or it's been like that one-time deal, it's the first time your partner's ever done this hard stop, this lack of communication, it does feel like you get back together and it really can be resolved, but it requires a lot of communication. Crowning your reading, finances and career, it just feels dominant for you. It feels dominant for your partner. I just think somebody's getting caught up with work. It's not meant to be malicious, okay? But it really feels like you're sweating a separation, okay? It does feel like you guys will resolve this soon, but if that's you, Taurus, if you've been working too much and someone kind of feels like you have abandoned them, resolve that really quickly, because your partner may also say to you, okay, look, I love you and I respect how hard you work, but you're always gone. It feels like you come and go. Even not the commitment that comes and goes. Maybe you come and go because you're traveling constantly. You come and go. And they're like, this is too heavy for me. I can't be away from you. I need some sort of resolve here, okay? But there's this, whatever the separation is, it feels rooted in someone, something coming and going. And it doesn't feel super stable. It feels like it triggers abandonment issues. That's going to be a main issue, even for those of you in very committed relationships. It feels like these are conversations that have the potential to come up, especially this is at the center of your reading, but your chemistry is still intact. It feels like your love is still intact for many of you, and that alone will be a reason to try to resolve this instead of walk away permanently. Bottom of your bottom of the deck, we have children, and give your relationship a chance. Pay attention to the red flags. The red flags, for those of you dealing with a partner who's coming and going, and you break up, you get back together, that's a red flag. That is a pattern. You're not going to want to ignore that. That's somebody you're probably going to cut ties with permanently this month, okay? But for those of you who the love, the chemistry is still very much intact, you have high-level commitments, there's children involved, give your relationship a chance. For so many of you, this come and go, this hard stop, whatever that is, it's not malicious. It's not because that person's unstable. They're just overworked. There's too much work. This could be you, Taurus. This could be you, and you have to like rein it in and make time and recommit to your relationship, because whoever feels like the communication abruptly stopped and it wasn't their choice, they're really having a hard time with that this month or coming into May, okay? But I do see that it gets resolved. I do see that it gets resolved. But do expect to be pushed to your limit with partners that show up with that repetitive bad behavior. And you may start working a little too much because you're going through the separation and you're trying to distract yourself. Don't stay in that overworked state for too long. By the end of May, try to make some peace with it. It does feel like somebody new comes in. If you go through a separation, these heart-to-heart conversations clarified by chemistry at the center, it feels like they're new conversations with somebody new that you have chemistry with. So yeah, there is separation here, but one way or another, it resolves this month, and it feels like it resolves very positively. You do feel like by the end of the month, You get that peace that you need, Taurus. Even if you're the one who has to have some really crazy boundaries and say, I don't allow that in my life. It feels like you will feel peaceful. If you get pushed to that place this month, it feels like you will have peace. It won't be something that you regret. I also feel like for those of you who give somebody a second chance this month, you feel very peaceful about it. It doesn't feel like you're holding on to old resentments or anger. You're not constantly bringing up old issues. It really just feels like you move past it. But expect these kinds of conversations to come up this month. It is still very blessed, okay? You still have this beautiful chemistry with someone that you care about. The message to keep working on this family unit, this beautiful relationship and commitment that you have, okay? Just regroup. If there's a disconnect, come back together. Try to resolve it mutually, okay? It does feel like your partner will meet you there as long as you are openly communicating about it. Taurus, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back May 15th for your mid-month love reading. In the meantime, if you feel like you need more clarity, especially pertaining to your individual, maybe more complex situations, reach out to me for private personal readings. I'm available. I'm also available for healing work. I specialize in energy work. I'm a shaman. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I have worked with people all over the world. I've trained people all over the world. It's truly a specialty of mine. I often work with people via distance. I don't really do too many in-person sessions anymore just because my schedule can't really accommodate that as much. But distance healing sessions are just as powerful as working with me in person. Just know that that's an option if you feel like you need it, because I know that there's some heavy stuff going on, especially for those of you dealing with separations. But I'm sending you so much love, light, and gratitude, Taurus. I am excited to see you back here soon. Love you guys. Ciao.